Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on functions and relations part 1. A special puzzle to warm up the brain cells is on the next slide. The answer will be given at the end. Enjoy. What is the meaning of the following? Good luck with it and see how you go. Definition of a function. A function consists of a set of ordered pairs so that every x value has only one y value attached to it. In other words, if you graph a function and draw a vertical line through any x value, the line cuts the graph in only one place. Examples. Here we have 4 different points. Now, these set of points here represent a function because every x value has only one y value attached to it. That's why it's a function. The parabola y equals x squared to the left is a function because any vertical line cuts the graph only once. I've just drawn 2 examples here of vertical lines. You can see they cut the graph only once, and that's why it's a function. The graph of y equals sine x above is a function because every x value has only one unique y value. So if you were to draw a vertical line anywhere, that vertical line would only cut the graph once. Definition of a relation. A relation is a set of ordered pairs where 2 or more different pairs can have the same x values attached to it. Let's look at the examples on the next slide. Examples of relations. Now look at this set of ordered pairs. 1, 3, 2, 5, 2, 7 and 4, 9 is a relation and not a function because the second and third pairs have the same x value. See here the x value of 2 and the x value of 2, they have different y values attached to them, and that's why it's a relation. The above circle is a relation and not a function. Vertical lines cut the graph in more than one place. Important note. All functions, by definition, are relations. However, not all relations are functions. Domain and range. The domain. For any relation or function, the domain are all the x values. So when you see the word domain, just associate that with the x values. For any relation or function, the range are all the y values. So the word range is associated with y values. Examples. For the set of ordered pairs 1, 4, 2, 5 and 3, 6, the domain are the numbers 1, 2 and 3, because they're the x values, and the range are the coordinates 4, 5, 6, because they're the y values. If we are given a function in the form of an equation, we need to work out the domain and range carefully because many graphs have special features and need to be looked at individually. Example 1. Find the domain and range for y equals x squared plus 1. Now that's a parabola, and here's a sketch of the parabola to make our task a little bit easier. The parabola to the left has domain and range as follows. So the domain, all the x values. In other words, the domain goes infinitely in that direction and infinitely in that direction. So it's all the x values. The range, y is greater than or equal to 1. You can see that the minimum value is 1, so the range starts at 1, and it's all numbers greater than or equal to 1. Find the domain and range for y equals the square root of x minus 2. For this example, the best way to do it is by way of a table. So let's just put down some values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we have x as 0, there's no y value here because the square root of 0 minus 2 is the square root of minus 2, and you can't find the square root of a negative number. If x is 1, we have 1 minus 2 is minus 1. The square root of minus 1, we can't do it. So that's why there are no answers here. If x is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. The square root of 0 is 0. If x is 3, 3 minus 2 is 1. And the square root of 1 is 1. See, so if x is 3, there's 3 there. 3 minus 2 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. So when x is 3, y is 1. When x is 4, we get 4 minus 2 is 2. So that's the square root of 2, and that's there. When x is 5, 5 minus 2 is 3. So that's the square root of 3, and that's there. So the domain, x is greater than or equal to 2 because you cannot find the square root of a negative number. And the range, y is greater than or equal to 0 or 0 because y cannot be negative. Here's a quick quiz to help you. Please check through the video at any time. The answer to the puzzle. What is the meaning of the following? Out in left field. That's a cute one, isn't it? Here are the answers to the quick quiz, and the video is at your disposal.